Hello everybody! So yeah, a new series is happening today. I'm basically just here to talk about different shows and such, and many more, to see how they rise and went straight to their graves of being downfallers. And for that, the first discussion today is going to be about Number Lore. This is the story of how Number Lore became from complete recognition to utter disgrace of backlash due to how much it had to be rebooted, and the designs as well. I don't really know much about the first and ever Number Lore, so I guess I'm gonna have to make up some things. This is basically when Number Lore began as something that will actually develop more later on, as we have the first and ever villain, Pi. As you can tell, Pi is just the same as F, who isn't really a villain, is just a vengeful soul. Not really a soul, but whatever. Pi isn't really that interesting, due to how much similarity he gives to F. Pi is basically overshadowed due to how many villains there are in this series, and basically just having better development than him. We will talk more about him later, because during on this video, his design, I don't know, man. That's pretty much it for how the original is. It just goes from 1 to 80, and the series just ends up from there, as it means that it was probably rebooted, and that's when we get to Number Lore Rebooted, which I have more discussion about it, actually. Number Lore basically gets a reboot, and this time, the characters have new designs. The animation slightly gets more and more animated, as during that part in one of the episodes that I recently watched, in the old one, it was really slow-paced. But anyways, this one was the best version of Number Lore so far, since, it looked like it would have the most, thing going for it, with all its lore and stuff. But some of the plot didn't really make sense because, the plot's showing how these other characters came here and then they were just left off with nothing. So I can understand why Bendu had to reboot the entire thing, which is how Number Lore rebooted comes into place. And oh boy, is this one the downfall here. Number Lore rebooted. Oh boy. Wow. This one has a lot of backlash. The entire community, only some of them, is really frustrated that the whole Number Lore has to start back from square one again, and they don't really like Pi's design, due to how he looks so emo, or just have the quality worse or something. Dude, it's insane. Bendu himself actually replied to a comment about this same thing, but yeah. The person who said this wasn't really complaining, they were just saying it was alright. Possibly by the time this video gets out, I think the Churd addition to Number Lore has been changed to Churd times a charm, since, yeah. Overall, the series of it hasn't been finished yet, so we may never know what comes next. And speaking of which, so what's going to happen to Number Lore after this whole situation is over? Well, it's either going to be cancelled and gone for good, or it will just be continue on and just have the backlash continuing on as well. But personally, I don't think Bendu's going to let this get into his head, since this is his series, not theirs. What do they have any say about it? So right now, as I can tell by Number Lore on how much downfall it can get, I'm pretty sure it could be a 5 out of 10. It's good, but not with great designs either. Not really saying it's bad though. It's alright. So wherever currently Number Lore is at, I just hope it does well. That's all for me right now. So I guess I'll see you all in the next episode of this.